Hi, and welcome to the Paying Your Bill session for new student orientation. And we're really excited that you're with us today. We hope that this will be really helpful information for you as we approach the August 5th financial settlement deadline. My name is Jason White. I'm an Associate Director of Recruiting for Financial Aid in the admissions office here at ACU. And here I am joined by Jordan Jones.
Welcome again. My name is Jordan Jones. I am the Associate Director for Financial Aid Counseling and Student Services here at ACU. Let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, everything that we talk about today is going to be available online at acu.edu/payingyourbill. So if you have any questions, you can always go to that site to get more information. So first, let's talk the FAFSA. So October 1st, every student was encouraged to go ahead and complete that application. So hopefully by now, everybody has already taken that first step to getting financial aid for this year. Let's talk a little bit about what happens after you complete that application. So after you complete that application, within about a week, that information is sent to the school so that they can review it. We get your application and we start the review process, which generally can take 2 to 3 weeks to award you an aid package. After you've completed your FAFSA, you want to get in contact with ACU so that we can walk you through the next steps. And there's always at least one additional step that you'll need to complete in order to get your financial aid come August. So make sure to have a conversation with your admissions counselor as well as your financial aid counselor on the process for getting your financial aid, specifically when it comes to verification, because when you're selected for verification, there's additional steps that are needed in order for your application to be processed, where it's providing tax information and things like that in order for us to award you. If you are looking at your FAFSA and the information on there does not match the situation that you're currently in, we have what is called professional judgment or special circumstances, where we can review you individually here at the office instead of based on that application that you completed with the FAFSA. So some of the reasons that you may you may do a special circumstances is if your financial situation is different than it was previously, if you have a change in your household information, if you are in a situation of abuse, abandonment, or neglect, any one of those situations could be considered either a special circumstance or professional judgment. In that case, you want to get in contact with your financial aid counselor, and we can walk you through that process on how to get financial aid given your situation. It's very important to do that because it could increase your eligibility when it comes to grant funding. So with financial settlement, there's a lot of misconceptions. So a lot of people think that financial settlement is the day that you have to pay all of the money to ACU for that semester. That is not the case. So you have 3 different options when it comes to financial settlement. So one, you can pay it in full on the day of August 5th, which is fall financial settlement for this year. You can also sign up for a payment plan, which will divide those payments throughout the semester. Or you have financial aid in place that covers your entire balance. So if your financial aid covers your entire balance, then there's nothing that you need to do, and that'll clear your balance with the university. Let's talk for a second about the payment plans though. So with the payment plans, we have the 6-month, the 5-month, and the 4-month. So with the 6-month, there is no down payment required. What will happen is on July 1st, your first payment will come out, and then your last payment will come out on December 1st. So you'll have 6 months worth of payments that you'll make each month, and we'll automatically draft that out of whatever payment option that you select. If you do the 5-month plan, there is a 5% down payment that is required, but it'll divide up your payments from August 1st through December 1st for this fall. Lastly, that 4-month payment plan option will divide your payments from September 1st to December 1st, but keep in mind financial settlement is on August 5th, so you'll want to sign up for the payment plan before that financial settlement date so that you're ready for the fall semester. With the 4-month payment plan, it does come with a 10% down payment, so keep that in mind. As well, with any payment plan that you sign up for, there is a $50 enrollment fee. So as far as the different payment options go, you can pay with credit card or debit card, but if you use that option, there is a fee associated with that. So keep that in mind. We normally encourage students to pay with checking or savings when they sign up for the payment plan because there's no fee required and you can still use it the same way that you would have with a debit card or a credit card. You can also, if you're an international student, you have the option for Flywire. If you are an international student and are wondering how to use that, get in contact with your admissions counselor or financial aid counselor and we can walk you through those steps. As far as other payment options available, you can also pay in person with cash or check. Of course, don't ever mail cash here, but you can mail checks if needed to our office. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at your bill. So on the screen, you see what it looks like when you go to acu.edu/payingyourbill. So at the top, you have that option to go to the student login. If you're a parent for the student, then you want to go to that authorized user login. So once you click that, you'll be able to log in. Once you log in, you'll see the Wildcat Pay portal. So on the Wildcat Pay portal, in the middle, you'll see your balance, which is your total balance that you owed before any financial aid was applied. You have that estimated financial aid, which is how much financial aid is pending for that semester, as well as your estimated balance after financial aid is applied. So in this example on the screen, it's $13,653 that needs to be paid before this, or a plan needs to be put in place before that August 5th date. If you look right below that, you'll see View Activity, Enroll in Payment Plan, and then Make a Payment. So with all of those, if you're going in to make a one-time payment, you'll click that Make a Payment, and you can make a one-time payment on your account at any time. If you go to Enroll in a Payment Plan, you'll actually be able to go in and sign up for one of those payment plan options that are available. Keep in mind, after the first payment date, that payment plan option is no longer going to show up on that screen. So let's say on July 2nd, you're trying to sign up for the 6-month payment plan, that's not going to be an option. Really quick, I want to show you about your My Profile setup. So on your My Profile setup, you can see the authorized users. So if you're wanting to add a parent to your account, that is where you'll go in and do it. So if you have, they are not going to automatically get information about your bill. You'll have to actually add them to this first to do that. You can also enroll in an electronic refund. So let's say that balance including estimated aid was like a negative number, which means that you're actually going to be receiving a refund. You can set up an electronic refund so that when we process refunds the second week of classes, you'll be able to get that automatically instead of having to wait for a check. So let's go ahead and look at your bill and what that looks like when you click on View Activity. So on the View Activity screen, you can actually see a detailed list of all the aid that is applied towards your account, as well as all the bills that are applied to your account. So when it comes to your estimated aid, you can actually see that breakdown. So in this example, you'll see like a John C. Stevens Award, which is a scholarship. You'll see loans as well. So if you ever have a question about if you're wondering if one of your scholarships is posted on your account or if you accept your loans and if they're posted to your account, you can click that View Activity screen. If it's showing up here as estimated aid, this means that it's ready to go and there's nothing else needed from you. If it's not showing up here, get in contact with your financial aid counselor and we can let you know what we're still needing in order to get that posted. At the bottom under Account Activity, that gives you the breakdown of your housing as well as your meal plan. Your tuition will show up there. Any books you charge through the campus bookstore, parking fines, any fees that you get with the university will show up under that portion. So if you ever notice a charge on here that you didn't accrue, get in contact with us and we can walk you through the steps to either get that removed or give you more information as to why that's there. At the bottom, of course, it goes through the entire balance that you owe for the semester as well as what your remaining balance is after any payments or financial aid is applied. Okay, so that is all for the paying your bill portion. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Jason, and he's going to talk a little bit about student loans.
Thank you, Jordan. So we're going to talk a little bit about the common student loan options that we see here at ACU. And you should see what we call our loan comparison chart on the screen. And this is a document that I'm going to reference the information from. There's a lot of information there, so I'm going to break it up individually just to highlight a few certain things that I think will be helpful for you guys. And just know that we will be sending this to you in an email if you haven't received that already. So we're going to start with the Federal Direct Student Loan, and this is a loan that is automatically qualified for once you complete the FAFSA. And so the total amount for that for freshman year is going to be $5,500. And you can have two different portions of the Federal Direct Student Loan. So the first portion is subsidized, and that means that it will not begin accruing interest until after you graduate from ACU or 6 months after you stop taking classes. And so the subsidized portion is the better portion. The highest amount for your freshman year that you can have in subsidized funds is $3,500. The remaining balance of which is going to be unsubsidized, which is just the opposite. So it will begin accruing interest as soon as those funds hit the account. Again, the total amount for that each year is going to be $5,500. And if you have more questions that you have about this specific loan, you can go to studentaid.gov and you can find out more information. Again, this document is going to give you some of the specifics, but we encourage you to do your own research on that. Next, I'm going to talk about the College Access Loan, and this is a loan specifically for Texas residents, and so this is a loan option for you. One of the great things about this loan is the amount that you could receive is your full cost of attendance minus your financial aid that you've already received. So in other words, this could cover the rest of your balance if approved. So keep that in mind. That would be really helpful for you guys. Now, just so you know, it does require a borrower or co-signer for this. You have to have a 650 plus credit rating, so that's important to know. But this is another public loan option available for you. Next is the Federal Direct Parent Plus loan. This is similar to the College Access loan in that the total amount could be your cost of attendance minus your financial aid. So again, the remaining cost that you have for the university for the fall semester and for the spring semester. So it's similar in that way. But where it's different is that this is a loan that is actually in the parent's name. So this won't be a student loan, it is a parent loan. So that is another public loan option that we have. Now, there are other private loans that are out there, and we would encourage you to research that and find, whether it's locally in your area or there's some different websites you can go to. Sallie Mae is very common. And if you go to acu.edu/loans, you can see our preferred loan lender list. And so we would encourage you to just, again, look at that to see what other private loan options are out there. Now, outside of loans, there are other options to pay the rest of your balance. We hope between a payment plan and loans that you could cover most of it, but there are a couple of other things that I do want to mention. There are other outside scholarship options available. And I would encourage you guys to, again, research this on your own, but know that capex.com is a great resource. You could also just go to scholarships.com. There are many different websites out there for you to apply for. And then the next two things that I want to mention first is that there's the ACU Church Match Scholarship. And so if you have a church that is going to give you a scholarship to go to ACU, ACU will match those funds up to $500. So that is something you can do every year, all 4 years you come to ACU, which could be really helpful for you. Just please let us know about that. There's a form that you need to fill out in addition to receiving that scholarship. And then there are also some job options available on our campus for students. We'd really encourage you to look at our website and see what jobs are available, but know that that is an option. Now, in addition to the loans, I do want to just mention that there are a couple of steps you need to take, specifically when it comes to the Federal Direct Student Loan. Again, this is a loan that is available for all students that have completed the FAFSA, but you will need to either accept or decline that loan. And so you can just log into your MyCU account, go to Banner, and it should walk you through the steps of what you need to do to accept that loan. In addition, you have to complete entrance counseling and a master promissory note. For that, again, we should be sending you the specific steps on how to complete that if you haven't received that already. There are some other links online that will be helpful for you as you continue to go through the financial aid and paying your bill process. I think the main one that I would encourage you to go to is acu.edu/payingyourbill. Last, we just want to say once again that we want to be helpful for you guys. Me and the admissions team, we really want to continue working with you guys. Also, Jordan Jones and the rest of the financial aid staff here at ACU, we want to make sure that all your questions are answered. And so please continue to reach out to us, reach out to your admissions counselor with any additional questions that you have. But we thank you for joining us today and hope that this is helpful. And that concludes our session for Paying Your Bill. We hope that this information was helpful for you. Again, reach out to us with any additional questions that you may have.
Thank y'all again for joining us, and y'all have a good night.